Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video and thank you for staying in and keeping your notifications on and following our renovation journey. It really means a lot to us. This channel would not be possible without you viewers, so let's get into the video. I've never really done a sit down talk on before, but I thought there's so much going on in the house and in the renovation. I just need to sit down and tell you all what's going on before I vlog it all. So get yourself a nice cup of tea, sit down, because this is going to be loaded with information and possibly a long vlog. So if you've been following us from the start, you'll know that we bought this house nearly 2 years ago. I think it's 2 years in November, and it was off an old couple who sadly passed away and their children were selling the property. So we bought this property and it needed gutting from literally everything. Needed ripping out, the carpets, the wallpaper, there was wallpaper on the ceiling, every room needed plastering, some needed going back to brick, the staircase wasn't meeting building standards, so that needed ripping out, a new staircase needed putting on. What else? The kitchen was just all random, cupboards have just been put in over time, the doors were hanging off, the windows were leaking and some of them were single glazed. Yeah, it was just a lot. Who's that in the, oh, it's Jasper. There's Jasper and there's Delilah. They're just having a chill while the baby's asleep. So that's why I'm in the playroom. Anyway, so yeah, it needed gutting from inside out, which we was a little bit naive about. Being honest, we'd rented before, but we've never owned a house. We've never known like what wall needs plastering, what damp looks like, how much things would cost, a rewire. We never even thought of like rewire, new boiler, things like that. So when we were walking around this property, we fell in love with it. And then it was my mum who said, you're going to need to spend about 20,000 on this property to get it to where it needs to be. And I was like, you know, Sam, don't ignore her. And obviously we spent way over that. God, way over that, possibly double. But, you know, you live and you learn. So we moved in, we've had a rewire, a new boiler, as I've just said, all new stuff. And you would have seen, if you've not seen, please go back and look, because I've vlogged the whole experience from like buying the house and getting everything done. And it's an eye-opener if you're looking to renovate. It is an eye-opener. Just make sure you've got money in the bank if you're renovating, because if not, it is a long waiting game. I know with me and Sam, sometimes we haven't had the money, so we've had to wait. Instead of getting everything done like we'd want to, we've had to wait. Like, we've only just got the kitchen done and it's been 2 years. We still haven't even paid that kitchen off. And like just random things like the architrave upstairs, we haven't been able to afford it, so we're having to wait months to save and then get it done. So yeah, it's a lot of time, money and effort, just to pre-warn you. But yeah, anyway, so that was like what happened then. So when we bought the property, we got it all done, we took our time, we saved money, and we got everything done, and we've done pretty well. Every single room now is finished. We just need the garden and the bathroom to do, and then the house is done. If you don't know where this property is, Sam is originally from this town that we're in. I'm not originally from this town. I'm actually from another town where we used to rent in my previous vlogs. That's a different town. It's like 15-20 minutes away. So me and Sam's been thinking, and you're probably going to think I'm mad, but we would like to move. I don't know, I'm really happy with the property and what we've done, but when your heart's not in the area, there's not much you can do. So our hearts are where we used to live. I know Sam's actually from here, but our life was down there. Like the whole, but we've been together 6 years now, but the whole like 4 or 5 years of our relationship has been in that town. And there's more dog walks, it's more child friendly. I feel like here it's quite built up, and I don't know, I'm just not happy, and Sam would like to move as well. So that's our thought process on that. If you think we're absolutely crazy for wanting to move, having everything we've just done, but if you're not happy and your heart's not in something, you've got to do something. So that's where we're up to now. So the plan is that, if you would have seen in the last video, we've had the garden turfed and we're currently doing the garden at the minute. Next week I'm going to put another renovation vlog up that we've been doing, and I'll show you like the paint colours of the fences, little bits that we're getting done, so that when we get the house valued it's actually finished. So that's where we're up to at the minute. We're trying to get the garden finished. So currently I've bought the paint for the fences. We've got all new fences in the garden, and I just need to paint them all. And then the back fence, if you remember, there's no fence there at all, it's just the people's behind. So the joiner's he's measured it, and the wood's been ordered and sent off to be painted the colour I want. So that wood's been sent off, and then he's going to hand make the fences because they're like over a certain height or something. So that's what's going on this week and next week. So hopefully in 2 weeks time we'll have nice fences all over the garden, and fingers crossed they'll all be painted. And then obviously we've got a garage. I'm going to jet wash that and paint that as well. And then at the bottom, hopefully we're going to get a nice flower bed, and I don't think we're going to flag it while we're moving now. I think we're just going to put some slate or white stones or wood chip. I'm not too sure yet, but the garden is so close to being finished. Stay tuned as well, because next week you will see it, you'll see the garden. So that's where we're up to at the minute in the garden. And the garage, I don't think I've ever done a garage vlog. You possibly may have seen inside the garage on my first renovation vlog, where it was completely empty. It's not like that anymore. It's completely filled with like, oh, I can't even explain, just rubbish and tiles and wood and trees that we've dug up. So the plan is slowly we are taking things out of the garage and getting it empty again. So when it is valued, we can say this garage is empty, or when it's being viewed. Not that I'll want to open the garage, but I'll just be like, yeah, it's a big empty garage, because it is a double garage, it is a massive size. You could easily get like a gym in there, or I don't know, a little chill out zone if you wanted it, but we just don't have the money or time or anything to do that. So at the minute we're just trying to get all the bushes into the green bin and get it out. And then I've got like old furniture in there that I don't want, or people would give us, and we've got like the new we've got a new built-in fridge that was come with the kitchen. So the old fridge freezer that was actually given to us by Sam's mum and dad, it's now like the door's coming loose. It still works, but the door's a little bit loose. My friend's just got a new house, so she's going to have that in the meantime to keep her going. We've got like a table in there and a TV cabinet. She's taking that as well. So hopefully in a couple of weeks that garage will be empty, and I can show you the garage and the garden complete. We've had sleepers put around the turf as well in the garden. Looks really nice, but it all needs painting. So that's me thought process in the garden, because I know like a good garden can put like a 10% profit on your property. The aim for this was definitely to make sure the garden was finished. But that's the thought process on the garden. The next thing we've done is, I don't know if you've seen under my stairs where Delilah sleeps, it's quite an open space and it's very messy. I've got like my maiden, my dirty washing, all shoes, coats, the crate, the dog crate, the mop buckets, and it's just a big open space at the minute. It looks quite messy when you walk past. So that has now been measured, and a door is being custom made, because it's like triangular. A door is being custom made in a cottage style for under that stairs, and then I'm going to prime it and gloss it, and then it'll just look tidy, and like everything that will be messy will just be away. So that's what we're doing as well. I'm also going to finish the stairs next week in the next renovation vlog. I don't know if you've seen all the pictures up the banister. I'm taking them down. I just think they're quite overpowering when you walk in. I just wanted something up to look nice, but now I'm like, it's quite overpowering, so I'm going to take them down, maybe put them in the front living room, and then I'm going to get some pictures of our wedding, some professional pictures, maybe just like 4 going up and down, so it looks a lot nicer. So that's the thought process with the hall at Stairs and Landing to get that finished, which will be painted next week when the door's been put on. And then upstairs on the landing, I don't know if you remember, but it was just complete like floorboards. That's now been carpeted in a nice cream carpet, so it looks really, really nice, and it's good for the baby because he can crawl around upstairs. Obviously there's baby gates on the stairs, but he can crawl around in certain areas. And then every single door upstairs doesn't have architrave. The inside does, but the outside on the hall, Stairs and Landing, it's just no architrave. It looks quite messy, like it looks like we're still renovating, like. So we want to get that finished before the house is being valued. So next week when the joiner does the back fence, he's coming doing the architrave, which is in the garage. We've bought the architrave, it's in the garage ready to go up. They just need paint and glossing. And then the final steps we need to do is just get new doors. So we've got 8 doors altogether in the house and only one new door. I like the cottage style doors, so obviously they're not that cheap. So I don't know if you know this, you can actually get MDF cottage style doors. So that's what I've gone for, just the cheaper version, and they look the same, they're really nice. So we just need to get the cottage doors put on. And then, oh, I didn't tell you about the bathroom. So the bathroom plan is, we was just going to leave the bathroom as it is and then move. But then, having spoke to like the property people, and they said a good bathroom can actually add value onto your house. We don't have the money to get a full new bathroom because we've just had a brand new kitchen put in, but we have got the money that's been kindly gifted to us for a wedding present to get a bath. So I don't know if you remember, but upstairs in our property it's just an old walk-in shower, like wet room look with bright blue floor. So our plan is, before we get it valued, we're getting a bath fitted in the next 4 weeks, I think it is. I think he said 3 or 4 weeks he's just fitting a bathroom, and then he's coming doing ours. So we're getting a big long bath. I think we're getting the longest bath you can get. We've got like an old screen shower with like a pulley fabric shower thing at the minute. We're taking that off. We're not going to get the bathroom plastered because it's in quite good condition. We're just going to do like polyfill the little holes where the old shower screen's been. We're taking that down, cleaning all the tiles up, and then I'm going to get a glass shower screen with like black windows. It's very hard to explain, but I know what I mean in my head. It's like a glass shower screen with black windows effect. It's like the mirror we've got in the hallway, if you remember that. But anyway, yeah, so that's what we're getting on the bath. So we've still got the stand-up shower in the bath and then the glass shower screen. But then when people come to view, they're like, oh, they've got a bath. Because I know if the house is finished and you go in the bathroom and there's no bath, it can, like, people are like, no, I'm not going to get this, not got the money to do the bath. So we're getting the bath, and then we don't have the money to get the floor changed because I know it's a wet room. It's welded to the floor in the corners. Our plumber said it's very, very expensive to change. So I'm just going to get a nice groovy rug, like bath mat rug on there, nice mirrors, and some nice groovy photo frames. Give it a good clean, and then Bob's your uncle, that should be ready. Fingers crossed. So our plan is, once all that's done, and we're hoping to get that done in the next 4 weeks, we spoke to the property agent and they're going to come and give us an evaluation of the property. Obviously we need to take into account what we've bought it for and how much we've spent on the property, and we want to make profit, so the next house we have a little bit money left over, or we can put a bigger deposit down. So we need to take all that into consideration, which we will do. So that's where we're up to. That's why I wanted to do this massive talk video, just to make sure you're all up to track what's going on, because I remember I said in my last series of renovation, this will be it for the last, but no, I'm doing a renovation part 2 series, just so you can see what we're doing to get the final tweaks done to get it valued and possibly up for sale, and then move to another property. Another property is in question. We don't know what to do. We've seen a few lovely finished houses that, you know, are just perfect, we can move into, but we've seen quite a few cheap renovation projects. With the equity we're going to make in this and the cheapness of some of the renovations are like way cheaper, like 40 grand cheaper than what we paid for this. No, actually, yeah, 40 grand cheaper than what we paid for this. Some of them are really, really cheap. So the equity, what we paid for this, and if we do buy another renovation, we'll actually have the money to do the renovation properly. We won't have to wait months to save. We can just literally say, we've got the money, let's do everything. So I'm happy about that. One thing I do want in the next property is open plan. Obviously we couldn't afford it in this house. That is a weight bearing wall, and we couldn't have the money. We could have done it. We could have knocked the wall down into this playroom and had the kitchen, open diner kitchen, but we would have been in debt for the rest of our lives, and we don't want that. You know, we've got a little boy. We want to have a good life. So my next property, I would love a kitchen that's open plan, and that Arthur can just like run around, and the dogs can play, and there's just more like family area. I love this house, but I feel like all the rooms are closed off. Like the living room we don't really use until winter, and then we go in there and we don't really use the playroom until summer. I would like it if it was one big space, so we all got like, I don't know, I could be in the kitchen cooking, or Sam can be, because he loves cooking. Arthur can be in his playroom, and the dogs can be in front of the log burner, and we can all see each other and what's going on. I would really love that in the next property. We just didn't have the money to do it in this one, so we kept everything closed off, all rooms separate, and the galley kitchen. But, you know, if you've not seen the vlogs, I am proud of it. I think we've done this house justice. I think we've really done a good job, and the person who owns it next will really enjoy what we've done. Yeah, so that's my rant over. Stay tuned, because next week will be the start of Renovation Series 2, and that is like the final hurdle of getting this house finished. So yeah, I'm excited for Renovation Part 2, and the process of like getting it finished, and the process of selling it and everything like that. And you may possibly see another renovation project or a house move, who knows. But yeah, I'm very excited, and see you next Wednesday at 10 AM. That's my videos now, next Wednesday at 10 AM for this first series of Renovation Part 2. And I hope you all had a lovely bank holiday weekend, and I love you. Bye.